Okay, hi guys. Today I'll be touching on how do you actually remove the Nub Mark, which is this tiny little bulky thing that you get after you're cutting out from the runner. So basically this part is actually from the HG1/144 Sazabi from the which series I'm not sure of that. I'm not a big fan of the series. So first and foremost, you do need a few tools, and it actually depends on what kind of tools that you actually preferred. So in this case, I will be touching on a cutter first because a cutter is actually the one that it's been used to remove the parts from your runner. So actually I got this Mark 1 here. For those who didn't use this before, it's actually a very sharp cutter. So I will actually do an example of how do I cut a part out. And so in this case, I will just use this as an example. So just let me tilt the angle for a moment. Alright, so we do have one part over here. So what we will do is actually just try to cut it at, okay, just let me retilt the angle a bit. Okay, so we will actually just cut it as far as possible from the parts, like so. The main reason of us doing that is because if we were to cut it closer to it, alright, I will just show an example. So okay, so now we get actually 1, 2, 3 Nub Mark. So if I were to go just give me some time because okay, just try me to get it focused. Okay, so if I were to cut it like so, okay, you actually still get to see parts like this, and I will try to go it nearer and nearer and nearer. You still have this bulky little thing out. So you do have a choice of using a file, like so. Just gently go over it. Okay, you will get something like this. But if you were to use let's say for example a sanding sponge, which is okay, we do have three different types. We have this super fine and the ultra fine, as well as the fine, sorry, from 3M. So you will start off with the super fine and just gently, sorry, it's too big for the mark. Just be careful that you didn't made it into a flat surface. Okay, just use a super fine and just gently scrub it off. Alright, it's pretty hard for me to look through the camera. And why am I using a sanding sponge right now is because sanding sponge is actually good for a round surface, you see. Alright, and then you can just move on with the ultra fine, which I actually cut it out in a smaller pieces. Then you just did the same thing. Okay, you might want to go in a rotary manner. Okay, and lastly you can finish it off with the microfine. So this will be your finishing. So you won't get to have that bulk anymore, and it's very smooth. And for people who are particular about the finishing of the product, especially for those who didn't do some paintings, you might want to use a sanding stick. Okay, this is a very used sanding stick, therefore it look pretty wear and tear. So just simply just go with some little force applied. You actually get to see the reflection of this part is back to the original one. So yeah, this is how you might want to get it done. So once again, I will demo it one more time for this prod. I'm sorry if the prods it's not in the camera because I'm not looking at it. So again, if I were to use my file, and I'm using a file this time around because I actually wanted a flat surface. Alright, you can use a sandpaper too, no problem with that. Okay, then again I proceed on with my super fine. And followed by the ultra fine, and lastly the microfine. So there you go, you get all the nib mark removed, and of course I could actually touch up this part again. So you get your prod nicely done. Alright, so you can actually buff it up if you want to, but of course if you are going to paint it, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so this will be the finishing product. Alright, so of course you can actually use it to remove seam line. I'm not sure if you're able to see it. This is actually after product that I did, and this is before that. So it's not reflecting on the camera because actually there is this mole line around this. Okay, but I don't think I ever see it. But if that's the case, we will just do the prods on how to remove the mark. So just cut it off with your mark 1, and then I will stick with my super fine, and I will just gently go over it. Okay, till it's gone. Then this time around, since it's actually a curved part and I just want to remove the mole line or the seam line you call it, I will just use the microfine and gently just scrub it. Scrub the line off. Okay, just go in a rotary manner. Okay, and why am I using sanding sponge? You see the effect? The sponge is actually going in. Alright, so it's a very good pot. I mean, a tools for you to do a sanding on round pots. Okay, so okay, and then just buff it up if you like it. Okay, so that's how it will look like after everything is done. So just let me get it to focus first. So yeah, that's basically the tutorial for today on how to remove the nib mark and maybe some of the seam line, since I mean you are not able to see it through camera. And so yeah, so basically tools that I use again is actually this mark 1. Alright, as well as the various type of setting sponge, super fine, ultra fine, and the micro fine, as well as the sanding stick I'm actually mentioning freehand. So if you're interested, do check out our website and see which one do you actually prefer. So thanks for watching and see you next time. Yeah, so bye.